Hi guys, I am Prakash. Today I am going to show you how to create or update user and assign user roles in Oracle Fusion using the REST web services. This is a powerful one since you might be using it on daily purpose to handle with user accounts, resetting the password or assigning the roles to the user or updating the user information. We will see how to invoke the web services using the HCM REST API SCIM Web Services. What is SCIM Web Service? SCIM is a system of cross-domain identity management. I'm going to show you how do we invoke REST web services using the Postman tool. We can also use SOAP UI tool as well. And such REST services even can be converted to invoke services using a Java coding or even PL/SQL coding programmatically. So in this video, we are going to see how are we going to create a user, how are we going to get the user information, and how are we going to assign the roles to the user, and how are we going to update the user information. For you using such operations, following are the methods that we are going to see. So the first one, we are going to create a user using the Postman tool. So we have a post method to create a user. So for that, web services that we are going to use is HCM REST API slash SCIM slash user. And once we created it, we are going to verify if the user has been created successfully or not. So for that, we are going to use get method. For that, the REST services that we are going to use will be HCM REST API slash SCIM slash users slash ID. So this ID is a unique identifier, global unique identifier ID that we are going to pass and get the information. And for the next step will be the patch method. Patch method is used to update the user information. By updating the user information, we are going to assign the roles to the user. For that, we are going to use HCM core setup API slash SCIM slash roles slash ID. So we are going to pass ID and then update the or assign the roles to the user. Then finally, we are going to see how can we update the user information such as email or password, those things using the REST web services. So for that, we are going to use HCM REST API slash SCIM slash user slash ID. Before we go and see how do we execute the REST web services using Postman tool, I would like to show you the possible errors that we face during the execution of the REST web services. The possible errors could be 403 forbidden error. So this will come when when the authorization not provided while executing the web services. When you don't provide the authorizations, at the time this error is going to come. We are going to see the authorization in the coming slides. And once you provide the authorization and still you are getting such errors, then it could be because of the security reasons. Maybe you do not have enough privilege to execute the web services. Make sure you have IT security manager role for executing the SCM REST API. So only those who is having such role have authority to execute these web services. And you may get 401 unauthorized error. So this will come when you don't provide the correct username and password information. And you may get 404 not found error. This will come when you pass an invalid parameter to the REST input. Maybe the API is looking an global UAE ID for the user, but you are passing global UAE ID for the roles. Or you might be missed one or two digit while passing the input parameters. So in that case, you will be facing 401 not found error. Or in such information you are passing that user ID, but that such informations are not available in the database. then also you will be facing 40 found not found error. For executing the REST web services, we should have a REST web services URL. So the preparation of REST web services URL is pretty simple. So we have a REST API, which is HCM REST API slash SCIM slash users. So you need to just prefix your application environment, and then you will get the URL. You can also execute the REST web services, using the curl command. So which we are not going to see in this video, just provided this information to give you an idea about it. So curl command, we have set of parameters. I is, which will include the response header in the output. So u is there for providing the username password, and we have h content type. So in this we will be passing application JSON. Maybe for some other case we will pass application XML or XML text. So such information you can pass using this header. And we have another parameter called x is a request. You are going to post the record or going to get the information. Such information you can use this. And d is for post data. So data, what is the payload that you are going to load, that you are going to provide it here. Finally, the URL of the REST web services. This is a command that is available. And make sure there's the parameters I, U, H are all case sensitive. In case of I, if you try to use capital letter I, then it will behave differently. We are going to perform three operations using the Postman tool. So one is a post, get, and patch. Post operation is used for creation. Get operation is used for querying the user information, and patch operation is used for update. So these are all the operations that we are going to see in this video. And as per the previous slide, we got the URL ready. So this is a REST web services URL. Instead of host and port, you should provide your application environment. So once that is done, you got the REST web services. Now we are going to execute using the Postman tool. Now we are going to execute this REST web services using the Postman tool. So once you open the Postman tool, go and then create a new request, and provide the request as post, and provide the URL that we have got in the previous slides. And you can see it on the screen. It is the HCM REST API slash HCIM users, which you have to provide the URL here. And you can see the authorizations. Have to provide the basic authentications, username and password. This username and password should have a role assigned to this user, which is IT security manager. So who is authorized to execute this web services. And the next thing will be the content type. So there is a header which is available in Postman tool. So you should go there and include the content type, and the content type should be application slash JSON. For creating a user, we should have such data like username, passwords, email address. So for such informations, we have to pass it to the Postman tool. So we should pass it in the form of a payload. So payload has a specific element and specific format. So which you can get this format from the blog below. Once we are ready with the payload, we are going to pass this information to Postman tool to create the user. Now we are going to execute the web services. So now we have created authorizations and provided the username password, and we provided the header information, which is the content type application slash JSON. And now we have to provide a body. So in that body, you have to select the type raw, and provide the payload, which we have it in the previous slide. The data that you are going to use it for the creation of the user, such as username, email address, and all these things. that you are going to provide it in the body. Once you provide it, then you click on the send button. Once you click on the send button, the status will be appearing in front of you, and you will get a response as you can see it on the screen. The status will be shown as 201 created. So now the user has been created successfully. So we are going to verify if the user has been created. There are multiple ways we can verify. So one is using the select statement. Select start from per users table where username is equal to Abdul Kalam. So once you query this using the select statement, you will get the information, and where you can see user GUI ID. So this is a very important ID which you have to note it down, so which we are going to use it in coming slides. So then you can also verify using manually, so going to the applications using this navigation tools, security console. So once you go to the application tools, security console, so you can query for the user Abdul Kalam. You can see it on the screen, the Abdul Kalam with that email address, all such informations have been created. In this we are going to see how do we retrieve the user information using the web services. We have created a user using the web services. So now we are going to retrieve the user information using the web services. In the previous slide, we have seen manually verifying the user, going to tools, security console, and we verified the user has been created. Same thing we are going to verify using the get operations. So for this we have a REST services which is REST API slash HCIM slash user slash ID. So ID is nothing but the user GUI ID, which we can get it from per user tables. Once we get it, then we have to prepare the URL of web services. So now again the host and port, which is nothing but the application environment, and you have to suffix with the ID, which is user GUI ID. We will execute the get operation using the get method. So we are in the Postman tool. So create a new request and provide the get method and provide the URL that we got, and the URL is HCM REST API slash HCM slash users, and the ID of the global user GUI ID of the user, and you have to provide the authorizations, the username and password, and once you click send button, then it will provide you the response. So in this header information, it is not required to provide the content type as application JSON. Now this is the response that we got while executing the get operation. So this is all about using the get method and retrieving the user information. So next we will see how are we going to assign the roles to the user. In this we are going to see how are we going to assign the roles to the users. This is very powerful as you will not find it very easily. For to create roles we need two things. We need a role GUI ID and user GUI ID. So role GUI ID you can get it from the table per roles underscore DN underscore VL, where you can select the roles as whatever the roles that you are going to assign to that specific user, and you can get the user GUI ID from the per users table. So in this case we created a user called Abdul Kalam, so we are going to query for that user and get the user GUI ID, and same way we are going to query per roles and you are going to get the role GUI ID. So the REST services that we are going to use is HCM core setup API slash HCIM slash role slash ID. So this ID is nothing but the role GUI ID that you are going to pass. Once we got the user GUI ID and role GUI ID, we need to prepare the REST web service URL. For that, you need to prefix the host and port, which is nothing but your environment, and suffix the REST web services with the role GUI ID. And now you will get the URL ready. Now you need to prepare the payload. In the payload, we have the elements called value. In that value, you need to pass the user GUI ID, and there is an operation called add. So you are going to add it. So what you are going to do, you are going to have the URL of the role which you are going to um, add it to this specific user. So that is the operation that we are going to perform using these web services. Now go to the Postman tool, open a new request and provide the URL, and select the method as patch, and provide the authentication or authorizations, which is basic authentication, and provide the username and password. In the headers, you have to provide the content type, which is application JSON. Now we are going to execute the REST web services to assign the roles to this user. So provide the URL, and in the body section you have to provide the payload that we have generated in previous slides. So once you provide the payload in the body, then click on send button, and now you will receive a status called 204 no content, so which means successfully created but there is no content available. Now we will verify if the roles have been assigned to the users or not. For that we are going to use application navigations, which is tools security console, and in that query for the user Abdul Kalam, and you can see there is a roles that is assigned to this user. So this is all about assigning the roles to the user using the web services. Now in the next slide we will see how are we going to update the user information. Now here you can see there is a user information email. So let's try to update this user information, this email address, from apjabdulkalam@oracle.com to some other email, and see how it works. Okay, in this we will see how are we going to update the user information. We will try to update the email address, or we'll try to update the password and see how it works. We have the REST API, which is HCM REST API /HCIM /users /ID. So ID is nothing but the user GUI ID that we are going to pass input to this REST web services, and you can get this user GUID from the table, which is per users table. So you can use a select statement, select start from per users, where username is equal to Abdul Kalam. So from there you can see there is a column called user GUID. You can get this user GUID. Once you get it, now you need to prepare the URL. So same like host and port, you have to provide your environment, that application name you have to provide it here, and you have to prefix that environmental variable along with this REST services, and suffix the user GUI ID. Then you will get the REST web services URL. So once you prepare that URL, now we need to prepare the payload. So in this payload, according to our requirement, we are going to provide the element. So in this, we will see how are we going to change the passwords. So, and how are we going to change the email address. So that is a payload which is available. You can also get this sample payload from the blog, which I mentioned. Now let's try to execute this web services using the Postman tool. Open the Postman tool and create a new request, and select the method as patch, and provide the URL that we have generated. And the rest web services will be HCM REST API /HCIM /users, and provide the ID. And you need to provide the authorization. So provide as basic authentication, username and password. In the headers, provide the content type, which is application JSON. In the body, under the raw text, you provide the payload, and once you provide it, then click on the send button, and now the status shows 200 OK, which means it has successfully updated the user information like the email address and the password. Let's verify using that application navigation if the email address has been verified or not. So for that we have to go to the tools and security console. Now we can see in the screen there is a email address kalam.abdul@oracle.com. So the email have been updated successfully. Yeah, this is all about how we create and assign the roles. So we have seen how to create a user using web services. We have seen how we get the information, upload the user information using the web services. We have seen how to assign the roles to the users, and we have seen how to update the user information using the REST web services. Hope this helped you guys. Thank you for watching.